What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about the number one reason why relationships don't work.
Will you be right?
Okay, thank you for coming back to the channel. I want to share my thoughts with you when it comes to relationships. I hear a lot of frustration with people today, both in my work that I do, helping people, coaching them, counseling them, whether it's their marriages or their workplace, whatever it may be. I'm always hearing the same thing, that it's really hard to be in a relationship. Sorry about that. And it never works out. And people are making this number one mistake, and you probably heard it. It's not something that's revolutionary, this idea, but I'm going to share it with you today. And for those who are stuck in a bad relationship and you think it's not going to work or whatnot, but you still want to try to make it work, I'm going to give you a simple tip too as well to kind of change your mindset. So the number one reason isn't communication why things don't work out. I know people want to think that because of communication, relationships don't work out, but that's not it. Obviously, communication is really important. Communication is essential. Without good communication, any relationship is not going to work, but that's not the number one reason, in my opinion. I'm going to share with you in a little bit what it is. Now, finances, that's another big divorce and breakup. Finances, it's money. That's why it doesn't work out. Well, it's a big factor. Yes, indeed it is, but it's not the number one reason, in my opinion. Number three is things get routine, and I've talked about that before. No, but it's not, but it's a big factor as well. People get bored with each other. That's why relationships don't work out. That's not the number one, guys. So here it is. The number one reason why relationships don't work is selection. Selection. It's not rocket science. Well, what do you mean selection? You have to be a little bit more careful who you're selecting. Not everyone is designed, or not everyone has the capacity due to their experience. You got to remember, a lot of people out there have gone through so much pain and so much difficulty in relationships or in their childhood with their relationship with their father or mother that they're almost incapable of not being in a long-lasting, loving relationship because they just don't have the trust, or they never experienced it, so they don't know how to value it. I can go on and on. And so when you connect with someone like that and you don't make the correct selection, you don't have your hard limits, you don't have your values set, you don't have your, if you have faith-based beliefs, those aren't set, you're going to make an incorrect selection. Now, you can't be too picky, right? If you're too picky, you'll be alone forever, but you have to have your base. And I think the base is finding someone who really wants to be and can be in a long-lasting, loving relationship. It's pretty simple. It's not that complicated. But I see a lot of people make that mistake. They become very enamored with the appearance, the attraction or the value the person can bring. If they have a lot of money or a lot of popularity, or maybe the physical interaction, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get banned by YouTube, but the physical interaction is very intoxicating. People then make a selection based on some of those things, and only in the long run they find out that it's just not going to work out. So remember, make sure you select correctly. Make sure you select for the things that are important to you, and make sure you're a good fit for that person. It's not just a one-way street. Sometimes you aren't the best person for the other individual. Now, for those that are stuck in a relationship that's just not good, and you can't afford, or you can't leave because you're connected, you're strapped down, it's something simple called expectation management. There's something in you that you're comparing to that's making you feel a lot worse about your situation today. So start managing your expectations and accept that this is as good as it's going to get, and make the best of it. Not the prettiest or chummiest advice, but that's probably the only advice that you have, so you don't become miserable and maybe make the situation a little worse. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the content, click like and subscribe. And remember, people don't have ideas. Ideas have people.